Okay, welcome back. The first and most important thing is we are going to mod our spacesuit and give it pocket A. Next, I am now back on the frontier and we have 3 chatterbugs on our ship. So today we're going to talk to each and every one of them. So I guess if you don't want to watch this, you can skip this. I'm going to talk to Sam first, and then Barrett, and then probably Sarah, and then that would probably lead to the continuation of her personal quest.
You know, traveling with you has been something else. But the best part is when we're charting course for the next jump. I never feel at home planet side. How about you?
I spent most of my life in plus G. Space does a number on me.
And you joined Constellation in spite of that. That takes guts. See, the people I don't get are the ones who never go anywhere. They stay in their own hometown, they just live and die there. There's a whole galaxy full of wonder and things you could never imagine. How can they be satisfied with one tiny sliver of it?
You know, maybe they're poor and can't afford a ship. Yeah, not everyone gets the opportunity.
There are unfortunates that have little to no choice in anything, and they have my sympathy. But there are so many people that think it's out of reach when it isn't. I think everyone should at least get out once. And go someplace, meet people. Get out of your comfort zone so you can really see that the worlds are more than just little issues and bickering. There's a mess of ugly out there, but my God, there's grandeur too.
New cultures, new experiences can be deeply enriching.
That helps you understand how this crazy place fits together. I want to be the code that finds something deep out there. Solomon got us here in a big way. I'd like to discover something that moves people. Makes them feel just a bit of what I feel when I jump systems. Not knowing what's next.
That's what Constellation is all about.
Exactly. You know, it's funny, as much as Jacob, my dad, cashes in on the family name, he's got no adventure in him. And I get it. It's dangerous, sometimes scary out there. But that's what exploration is. Going off the map and seeing if there truly be dragons.
Jacob has none of that Coast family spirit in him then?
Not one drop. He's always been about making deals, keeping goods moving. Despite his many, many flaws, I think deep down, he is trying to do good for Kilo City. But if you're gonna be name-dropping Solomon all the damn time, you should act a little more like him.
Here's to Discovery, Sam.
I couldn't ask for better company.
Okay, let's talk to Barrett.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine? You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night.
What else were you hoping for?
Hey, I'm not complaining. Honestly, these have been some of the best days of my life in a long time. I mean that.
I'm glad to see your sense of humor is back.
Vasco never appreciated my humor that much. I was just remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco. So many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel.
That's Vasco. Did you travel with anyone else other than Vasco?
Sure, folks from the lodge, folks from my past. I've got friends when and where I need them. But traveling with you has been different. We're more of a team. It feels stronger.
You talked to Vasco about Irvin?
Why not? Trust me, I've talked to way less sentient humans before. Vasco's just fine for most conversations.
He had a sadness by time chart?
He was really hoping the visual presentation would help. It did not.
I'm sure Vasco was a reliable co-pilot. We're not gonna say this.
Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony. And thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts.
Do you have the actual evidence with you?
No, my contact does for now. I trust them. We worked together a long time ago. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. If anything.
What's the proof that Hephaestus paid the judge?
Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling.
What's the proof that the witness was threatened?
My contact has an audio log with the identity of the speaker verified, time-stamped, everything.
We should hire a lawyer now.
I'm glad you're confident already. I'm not, though. I'm worried we don't have enough evidence to go up against a massive corporation like that. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information, but that adds risk.
What happens if we're caught?
I don't know. I guess that's a good question for a lawyer.
Let's do it.
I'll cover any costs for bribes or fines that go over that amount. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone who's fought the Crimson Fleet. Maybe I should study up on the art of cross-examination. Might come in handy at the trial.
Do you have any other dead loved ones and mysteries to solve?
Well, my long-lost cousin had this farmstead that was taken over by pirates.
We
I'm
could
just
go there.
kidding. But no, probably not.
Damn it. I think that's the lawyer's job. Let's focus on gathering evidence.
That's solid advice. Know your actual limitations, and not the ones granted to you by a mysterious superpower. Anyway,
Was that
let's
a
go
jab at me?
adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us.
I like this quest. He's not making me do any of this. He's just making me pay and making me wait.
Hi!
Okay, Sarah. Let's talk.
So, I've given everything we've discussed a lot of thought, and I've decided I'd like Aja Mamasa to conduct our marriage ceremony.
Why have Ajak oversee the ceremony?
I remember Aja mentioning she presided over a previous commitment ceremony between Barrett and his husband Irvin. Besides, the thought that Aja would be there to officiate this important step in my life is comforting. I hope you don't mind.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
I knew you'd understand. So, with that settled, I suppose we just keep it a quiet ceremony? Just the two of us?
Did you invite anyone from Constellation?
Honestly, no. I respect everyone at Constellation, but this is part of my personal life. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to keep my personal feelings about us separate from Constellation.
How about Sona? I think we should invite Sona.
Oh, that's sweet of you to suggest, but I think bringing Sona all the way to Aja's home would be too much anxiety for the poor girl. We need to give her some time.
Time for this one. I think we should invite your mother.
If anyone else had suggested that, I'd say no. But hearing it from you,
Okay, I regret
I know
that.
in my heart
No.
that it's the right thing to do. I'll send her an invite and we'll see if she shows. Anyone else? Or will the three of us with Aja presiding be enough?
We can back out from this. We'll leave it there. That sounds cozy. I think it'll be very nice.
All right, it's settled then. I'll send a message to Aja asking for her to preside over the ceremony. As soon as you're ready, let's head to Paradiso. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I love you.
Uh-oh. Undismissible. Guess we're going to Paradiso then.
Yes?
Talk about seeing stars. Phew. That was amazing.
Never mind.
Paradiso. Harima 2. Yep, let's go.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
Unidentified ship. Wait, hail. Oh god, that's annoying.
To go for landing.
Ooh. This is nice. Let's exit.
Oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen. It's all here.
Yeah. Oh, and we're up to 270 carrier capacity now. What, am I supposed to talk to you?
As we were landing, I picked up a message from Aja. She said to meet us at the park overlooking the ocean. Before we go to the ceremony, I want you to look me in the eyes and tell me this is exactly what you want.
Not really, but... I can't imagine my life without you as part of it.
It's true. Ah, I can see it in your eyes that you really mean that. I love you, and I'm forever thankful to have someone as amazing as you in my life. Now come on. Aja is waiting for us. But first, we should probably say something to my mother.
Lore-wise, we probably met, we've probably known each other for like 2 months or something. Okay, speak to Abigail. We will do that.
We try to stay out of the guests' way, but we're always here if needed.
This actually seems like a pretty cool planet-built outpost.
I
Is this
just
Aja?
know you and Sarah will be happy together.
Abigail.
It certainly was nice of you to think of me when sending invitations to my daughter's wedding.
It's good to see you too, Mum.
I just wish you would have given me more notice. Or maybe some time to get to know your dear partner. I barely even know his name.
I'm Calvin. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Morgan.
Yes, good to meet you too, my dear. If only my daughter had thought to introduce us sooner. We could have built more of a rapport before this big day.
We'll have plenty of time to talk more later, I'm sure, after the ceremony. Anyway, I'm sorry, Mum. I know how this must all seem to you. This was a sudden decision, and we didn't want to waste any more time. We wanted to keep the ceremony small and involve only the people I care about the
Yeah,
most.
screw those people from Constellation.
Sarah, dear, I hope you know that I am delighted to be here, to see you finally get married. It's been a long time coming, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you for coming, Mum. We'll be sure to talk more in a bit. But for now, let's not keep poor Aja waiting.
Just a few moments for everyone to take their places.
What,
We're
everyone?
waiting until everyone arrives.
We're all here.
It's so lovely to see you, Sarah.
It's wonderful to see you too, Aja. This is the one I told you about.
I've heard a lot about you. All of it good. You're quite a catch.
10 seconds in and already you're embarrassing everyone.
Before we go any further, I just want to make sure that you are right for Sarah. She's quite special,
Now it's time to mess this up. I know she deserves better, but I'll have to do.
I think I can lower my standards and settle for you.
Aren't you two quite the pair? Well, I've seen enough. I can read people the moment I lay eyes on them. And you're going to make Sarah quite happy.
Coming from you, Aja, that means a lot.
Of course, Sarah. You know I always look out for you. Now, are we ready to begin the ceremony?
I'm ready.
Very well. If everyone's ready, then I'll begin. It's been years since Sarah Morgan and I have spoken. And though it might appear that we've grown apart, I feel that we've become closer friends than ever before. When I received the message with Sarah's intent to marry, and that she wanted me to officiate the ceremony, I was overwhelmed with joy. Not because she had decided to rekindle our friendship, but because she was allowing me to share the happiest moment of her life. I can't imagine a greater honor. And for that, Sarah, I thank you.
I wouldn't have had it any other way, Aja.
Before you present your vows, I'd ask both of you to remember that love is what brought you together today. It is a foundation upon which a structure of trust, faith, and affirmation is built. This structure can be absolutely impenetrable if you both agree to love each other unconditionally with faith, devotion, and acceptance. And most importantly, to allow yourself to be loved. Remember, there are no other bonds more meaningful than the one you are undertaking today. You should cherish this moment and hold it close to your hearts as a reminder of the love you share. If you both are willing to abide by these words, then you can be assured that your lives will be filled with joy and happiness forever.
That was beautiful, Aja.
Sorry, I was getting forward there.
Thank you.
Did you need a moment, Sarah?
No, I'm fine. But I wanted to say something before you continue. When we stood beside that waterfall in New Atlantis, You told me that you saw someone who was lost and needed help finding their way. But thanks to your kindness and your love, I'm no longer lost. And I swear to return that affection to you by taking your hand when you need guidance through your darkest hours. This is my solemn pledge to you. From deep within my heart, from deep within my soul, for all eternity.
And you? Did you have anything you wanted to say to Sarah?
These are all so long. Can I just say me too? I promise to love you, honor you, respect you, and cherish you forever.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Whatever challenge life throws in our path, you can be certain that we will shoulder all those burdens together.
I'm going to hold you to that promise.
You had a gift, Sarah?
Yes. I wanted you to have this as a token of our love. I'm giving this to you as a symbol of the clean break I've made from my past. Oh, it would have been impossible without your help. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.
With these promises of affection and these vows you've exchanged, by the power vested in me by the Articles of Constellation, I happily pronounce you life mates. Congratulations!
Aja, I don't know what to say. That was... amazing. I couldn't imagine having this ceremony without you.
I'm glad everything worked out for you, Sarah. I'm only sorry that we waited so long to reach out and contact one another.
Thanks for everything, Aja.
It was my pleasure. Well, you're both welcome to stay here for as long as you like. Sarah, your mother will be staying here with me for a few weeks. We've actually got a lot more in common than I expected. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. I wish the both of you a happy and healthy life together.
I'll never forget this, Aja. Thank you.
It was a wonderful wedding.
Oh,
I was so
Steam
happy
achievement.
to officiate for you.
Reach maximum relationship level with a companion. Okay. A quick save.
This is murder!
Let's load that. Nothing happened. You didn't see anything. And right, Sarah disappears. God damn it. I'm gonna go to bed first to get Sarah back to where we are.
Get any rest? I sure didn't.
Oh yeah, let's check out the commitment thing. Sarah's commitment gift. That's it. No perks. Guess we're gonna sell it. Okay, future Calvin here. I've decided to load back in to talk to Abigail and Aja, because we are probably not going to interact with them ever again after this video. So Aja actually lives inside this building here. So let's see what they have to say. Let's talk
I really do
to
hope you're truly the one for my daughter.
Abigail first.
You and my Sarah are such a lovely couple.
Any embarrassing stories you can tell me about Sarah growing up?
Oh, gosh, really? We're doing this, are we?
Yes.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
When Sarah was 6, I believe, she lost her second tooth, but this time she actually lost it. I forget how it happened exactly, but it ended up going out with the waste as we were flying between Jemison and... Oh, I forget where. It's not important. She was so distraught. Mummy, what if the tooth fairy doesn't know I lost a tooth and doesn't come? She cried. So I told her to write a note and leave it under her pillow for the tooth fairy. So she ended up explaining what had happened and begged the tooth fairy for a spaceship so she could go off and find her lost tooth for her. It was adorable.
Thanks, Mother. Thanks for that.
Your relationship with Sarah hasn't been close. What happened?
Mostly the physical distance between us. It wasn't intentional, I'll have you know. Our lives simply diverged as she grew older. You may not know this, but we had different plans for her when she was growing up. I've since come to terms and accepted that she didn't want to follow in her parents' footsteps. Perhaps... She needs to hear it from me. I need to make it more clear to her that I'm proud of her, regardless of her choices. I need to, if I want to be closer to my daughter and her new partner.
What did you think of the wedding?
It was not quite what I had imagined for Sarah. I thought it would be a grand affair with hundreds of friends and extended family gathered to celebrate. But given her history, I should say I'm not entirely surprised she chose something completely different. However, despite that, I must say that this was truly something special. It was quite splendid. Just the two of you, myself, and Aja. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you again for having me.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
And that's Abigail.
I suppose.
And then let's talk with Aja.
Don't worry. I know how new in-laws can be. I'll try to work on her for you and Sarah. I'm happy to host Abigail here at my home. She's quite charming.
What was Sarah like when she apprenticed with you at Constellation?
She was a royal pain in the butt. That's what she was. Hot-headed, impulsive, eager to rush into things without examining the ramifications, Honestly, a lot like I was at her age. Her hunger to explore the void was the most fervent I'd seen in my years at Constellation. There wasn't a single assignment she'd refuse. All in all, though, she was one of the best explorers I've traveled with. And I'd wager that holds true up to today. That woman has a good head on her shoulders. You should count yourself lucky to be a part of her life.
What do you think of Paradiso?
You have to ask? Look at the place. It's absolute paradise. I can spend my day at the beach, relax with a cool drink and get up on some reading, enjoy the cuisine, whatever my heart desires. I haven't even traveled off-world since I arrived. Hell, I haven't even boarded a spacecraft. It's so wonderfully liberating. Moving to Paradiso was one of the best decisions I made in my entire life.
And why did you decide to leave Constellation?
I was chair of Constellation for 35 years. I was there for all the low points and all the high. I kept Constellation out of the colony war, made some incredible discoveries, and recruited some of the most amazing explorers in the settled systems. I just finally reached a point where I felt I'd done enough. And it was time to give Sarah a chance. And I have no regrets either. If you're expecting controversy or some sort of political reason, I can assure you, it doesn't exist.
Damn it.
And between you and me, I'm not getting any younger, eh? And this tired old woman wanted to enjoy the sunset of her life on this beautiful world.
I mean,
goodbye now.
Couldn't blame you. Look at this place. I would kill to live here. Chief Sugiyama. It said employees only, so I thought there'd be something more interesting in here, but not really. Hello.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
You asked me to help you. I'm here about the distress call you sent.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
I feel like there's a lot of this stuff going around. Just me keeping quiet about everything. Understood, I swear. Let me know what you need me to do.
Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
What kind of ship is it? Any idea who it belongs to?
It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat.
Like the Starborn? They didn't respond to communications?
Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship.
Terramorphs.
Landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board.
What do you think we're dealing with?
Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that.
We did.
First contact. Could you imagine?
I'll click this anyways. Get to the point. I assume you want me to blast it out of the sky.
What? No, jeez. Let's not be hasty. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
I'm sure there's something I can take in here. Chunks? No.
Your safety is our number
Damn
one
it.
priority.
Okay, let's go back into orbit. I guess I have to go on my ship first. Wait, it got dark so quickly?
Lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready. On your word, Captain.
Sorry, you're breaking up. Can you try a different channel? What? Could you repeat that? Hello? This is Calvin. Is there something wrong with your communications array? Is something wrong? Do you need help? I'm just gonna try all the options. I don't understand you. Can you hear me? I don't think this is working. I'm going to attempt a docking procedure so we can talk on board.
We're locked in.
Okay, let's get ready first. First,
Let's get out there and do something new.
we are going to sleep.
Shall we?
I'm so lucky to wake up every day to someone like
And
you.
then I'm going to end the video here. So this is going to be a little bit of a cliffhanger, and this video is probably going to be a little bit short. I don't know, I might just put in the same video in the end, but we'll see.